Thank you for joining us today. My name is Amy Bly, and I am a SNAP-Ed nutrition educator with SNAP-Ed Long Island. Today, we're going to be doing a lesson all about energy balance from our CATCH curriculum. Okay, so here is a picture of the MyPlate. So I'm hoping that all of you have seen this image before somewhere, whether it be at school, at the grocery store, maybe you've been in one of our lessons before, but this is a really good tool to just figure out kind of what we should be eating, how much of each of the 5 food groups we should be eating. Okay, the plate does show us all 5 food groups. We have fruits, vegetables, grains, protein, and dairy foods. As you can see, each section on the plate is a different size or a different shape. Okay, half of our plate on the one side is made up of fruits and veggies, so we want to make half our plate fruits and veggies. Then we have our grains and our proteins, so we want to definitely try to eat from all 5 food groups every single day. And the food that we eat is where we get our energy from. So we need to try to balance, right? So not only do we have to eat well and use the MyPlate as a guide to choose our healthy options when we're talking about food, but we have to balance that food with activities, right? So that's where this energy balance idea comes in. So the food that we're eating is actually the fuel for our bodies, right? That's where we're getting our energy, and that energy comes in the form of calories. We're going to watch a little video in a few minutes that talks a little bit more about those calories and also how we can make healthier choices versus maybe not so great choices. Okay, so a good example of this is your parents' car. So if the car doesn't have any fuel, it doesn't have any gas, is it able to go? That's right, no. If our cars don't have any gas, we aren't able to drive them. And we want to try to put good gas in our cars, right? Same kind of thing. So the fuel for our bodies is our food. That's where we get our energy from, and that's when we're able to go, go, go. Okay, so I hope that example made sense. Now we have a great video from Miss Wanda, and she's going to take us through this idea of energy balance and balancing your food with your activity. And then we're actually going to do some activities. I hope you enjoy it.
This is a SNAP-Ed New York video presentation.
Hi everybody, I'm Wanda Collins, your SNAP-Ed nutritionist, and today I want to talk about balance, but I don't mean balance like standing on one foot and trying to catch yourself, and I don't mean balance by putting something on your hand and trying to balance it. I mean balancing this MyPlate with the activity we do. So let's learn more about energy balance. Today's lesson is all about energy balance. At the end of this video, you will understand the relationship of calories burned and/or calories consumed to energy balance. Understand that whole foods contribute additional calories that must be burned for the body to maintain energy balance. Calories are food energy, and they are found on every food label. What does that mean to you? Yes, the food we eat gives us calories. That is energy, and the activities we do burn those calories. When we talk about energy balance, we mean the calories or energy in food equals the calories or energy burned in activities. It's like using a balancing scale. What is a balancing scale? Well, let me show you. So this is a homemade balancing scale. Now, if you go to YouTube, you can find out how to make these, and this one is definitely not super accurate, but I'm looking more for demonstration than accuracy, so it'll work so that you understand what the next activity is all about. Here's how this works. A balancing scale is for you to measure the weight between two objects, like these two frogs. So if I take this first frog and I drop him in here, and we let it go, you can see that the scale has tipped in this direction because now this cup is heavier than that cup. However, if I put this frog in this cup and we let it go, you see that they're almost the same weight, but this one is a little bit lower than the other one. That means that this frog is a little bit heavier than this frog. A balancing scale works for us today because I'm going to read you 3 scenarios, and each scenario is going to tell us if the person has a balance between food and activity, or if they're out of balance, like maybe too much food and not enough activity, or too much activity and not enough food. Those are the things that we need to think about for this next activity. Again, I'm going to read a scenario, and you will pause the video and decide which side of the balance scale should be labeled calories consumed, that means the food they ate, and which side should be labeled calories burned, meaning the amount of activity they did. Here is student 1. Student 1 is on the track team. When it isn't track season, he runs at least 5 miles a day. Every weekend he goes on a 20-mile bike ride. Since he doesn't want to gain weight, he only eats 3 tiny meals a day, but he does drink a lot of fat-free milk. What would this student scale look like? Would one side be heavier than the other, or would the sides be even? Draw a scale that you think represents this student. Label the sides calories consumed and calories burned to show which is heavier and which is lighter. Pause the video to complete this task.
Okay, boys and girls, so if you would like to do this now, you can get out a piece of paper and pencil and follow along with Miss Wanda. If not, you can just think about it. You don't actually have to write it down. But I'm curious to see what you think this student's scale looks like. Are we balanced or not?
Is this how you drew your scale? This student does a lot of activity, but does not eat enough food to get the energy he needs. His energy balance is heavy on activity, or calories burned, but light on food, or calories consumed. Over time, he may lose weight. Here's another one to try. Student 2 walks to school every day since he lives only 3 blocks away. But other than this, he doesn't get much exercise. He goes to fast food places with his friends 3 or 4 times a week. At home, he eats a lot of fried foods, and he doesn't like many fruits and vegetables. His mother often buys ice cream and other desserts. What would this student's scale look like? Would one side be heavier than the other, or would the sides be even? Draw a scale that you think represents this student. Label the sides calories consumed and calories burned to show which is heavier or lighter. Pause the video to complete the task. Did your scale turn out this way? This student isn't very active, but is consuming a lot of high-calorie foods. That means his calories consumed, that is his food, is more than his calories burned, that's his activity. Over time, he may gain weight. Here is student 3. Student 3 is on the basketball team, and she plays tennis with her friends at least twice a week. She eats mostly fish, chicken, whole wheat bread, and fruits and vegetables. The only things she likes to drink is low-fat milk and water. On average, she eats fast food a few times a month. What would this student's scale look like? Would one side be heavier than the other, or would the sides be even? Draw a scale that you think represents this student. Label the sides calories consumed and calories burned to show which is heavier and lighter. Pause the video to complete this task. Very good. This one is even Steven. It doesn't matter which side of the scale you place your answers. When over time the number of calories you consume is about the same as the number of calories you burn, your body is in energy balance. This student ate a lot of healthy foods and very few high-calorie foods and stayed active. Eating go and slow foods most of the time and in reasonable amounts will help your body stay in energy balance. Because go foods, that is foods with no solid fat, salt, or added sugar, and slow foods, and those are foods that have a small amount of solid fat, salt, and added sugar, usually contain fewer calories than WOW foods. WOW foods are highly processed and have a lot of solid fat, salt, and added sugar. You are more likely to burn the calories or the food energy in go and slow foods rather than the WOW foods, which may contain many, many more calories. Being active will also help you stay in energy balance because you will burn calories simply from digesting food and breathing, but you burn a whole lot more calories when you're active. Let's see how we can use this information about eating more go and slow foods and being active to maintain energy balance. It's time for the WOW Transformation Game. In this game, we will learn the number of calories in a meal increases as go and slow foods are transformed into WOW foods. Once they are transformed, we have to do the activities to burn off the extra calories. This is how we play. A meal will be on the screen. On the left will be the meal with go and or slow foods. On the right will be the same meal with WOW foods. The calories will be listed next to the foods. Your job? Find the difference in the calories and then do some fun activities to burn off those extra calories. For the activity, you just need to stand up, spread out your arms, and, as long as you don't hit anything, you have enough room. We can do the first one together. Here's meal 1. Now, the first thing we should do is always notice the differences between the go meal foods and the WOW meal foods. If we look on the left, we see we have whole wheat toast. That's about 70 calories. We have skim milk, about 80 calories, and 2 eggs, probably hard-boiled, is about 90 calories. That's our go meal. When we move to the WOW transformation side, we have French toast with syrup, which is about 180 calories, whole chocolate milk, which is somewhere around 200 calories, and 2 eggs fried in butter. That is about 200 calories. All totaled, the go meal has 240 calories, while the WOW meal has 580 calories. That is a big difference in overall calories. To start, we have to find the difference, that is mathematical word problem language for subtraction, between the calories in each row. We'll do the first row together. Whole wheat toast has 70 calories, and French toast with syrup has 180 calories. That means we have to subtract 70 from 180. And when we do that, we get 110 calories. That means there is 110 more calories in French toast with syrup than in the whole wheat toast. You do the next 2 rows. Skim milk compared to whole chocolate milk, and 2 eggs compared to 2 eggs fried in butter. Pause the video, do the math, and write down your answers. Great job. I'm sure you came up with the same answers. Now, on to the next step. More math. Yay! All you need to do is divide your answer by 10. We'll do the first one together. 110 divided by 10 equals 11. Now, finish the next 2 rows. Pause the video and write down your answers. Did you notice you only had to drop the 0? Now, this is how many activities you will be doing. Stand up. It's time to burn off those extra calories. Okay. Okay, for row 1, it's 11 jumping jacks. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good job. Row 2 is toe touches. You can do this type, and it's okay if your legs are not perfectly straight. Just stretch as far as you can without hurting yourself. You can do windmill toe touches or the type where you cross your ankles and bend down. Just make sure you come all the way back up. Ready? Let's do 12. 1 all the way up, 2 all the way up, 3 all the way up, 4 all the way up, 5 all the way up, 6 all the way up, 7 all the way up, 8 all the way up, 9 all the way up, you're almost there, 10 all the way up, 11 all the way up, 12 all the way up. Great job. Row 3 is invisible jump rope. Hold your hands as if you were holding the jump rope, and when we start, spin the bottom part of your arm just like you would a jump rope and jump. So here we go for 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Woo-hoo! Great job. You've got the hang of this woe meal transformation game, so on to meal 2. Okay, here is meal 2. Now let's notice the differences between the Go Meal Foods and the Woe Meal Foods. First, the Go Meal on the left. It's a baked potato, and a baked potato actually has about 160 calories, but they gave you 220 so you could have a little bit of a topping. And we have fresh oranges, which is 65 calories, and a baked chicken with no skin, which is about 150 calories. Now, we transform it into a woe meal, and we have fried french fries, which is around 400 calories, an orange-flavored fruit drink, we'll say about 16 ounces, and that's 125 calories, and a fried chicken with the skin on at 350 calories. That means our Go meal has a total of 435 calories, while the woe meal has 875 calories. Wow, that's almost double the calories. Well, let's move on to our math. Gotta love math. Okay, here we go. Let's find the difference. Remember, that's math lingo for subtraction, between the Go food and the Woe food on each row. Pause the video and write down your answers. These are the answers. There is 180 calories more in fried french fries than in a baked potato. There are 60 calories more in orange-flavored fruit drink than in fresh oranges. And there's 200 calories more in fried chicken with the skin than baked chicken without the skin. Now, divide your answers by 10, pause the video, and write down your answers. Here we have it. This is how many activities you will be doing. So stand up. It's time to burn off all those extra calories. Woohoo! Here we go. Row 1, 18 jumping jacks. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Whew, that was fun. Row 2 toe touches. Make sure you come all the way up in between. Now go. 1 and all the way up. 2, all the way up. 3, all the way up. 4, all the way up. 5, all the way up. 6, all the way up. And we're moving on to row 3. Row 3 is invisible jump ropes. We are going to do 20. And go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Phew, that was quite a workout. Let's move on to meal 3. Here is meal 3. Let's notice the differences between the Go Meal Foods and the Woe Meal Foods. The Go meal starts on the left with a burger made with extra lean ground beef. That means that the burger package says 90% lean. It has very little fat, so it's only 150 calories. We're going to have green beans, and that's 50 calories, and water. It has 0 calories. If we transform that entire meal into a Whoa meal, we have a burger made with regular ground beef. That means the packaging says 80% lean, so it has quite a bit more fat, and it's 250 calories. Green bean casserole, that's the casserole made with green beans and mushroom soup and those crunchy onion things. That's 170 calories. And soft drink, you might call it pop or soda. Either way, it's 150 calories. That means that our Go meal has 200 calories. The Whoa meal has 570 calories. Wow, that is more than twice the calories in the Go food. Wow. Well, let's move on to our math. You know the drill. Find the differences in the calories on each row. Pause the video and write down your answers. You probably got these same answers. Now, divide each answer by 10 and pause the video so you can write down your answers. Okay, this is how many activities we need to do. So stand up. It's time to burn off all those extra calories. It's 10 jumping jacks for row 1 and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job, everybody. 12 toe touches for row 2. And remember not to cheat and come all the way back up. Ready? Go. 1, all the way back up. 2, all the way up. 3, all the way up. 4, all the way up. 5, all the way up. 6, all the way up. 7, all the way up. 8, all the way up. 9, all the way up. 10, all the way up. 11, all the way up. And 12, all the way up. Great job. Moving on to row 3. Okay, row 3 is 15 invisible jump ropes. Get your arms in position and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whew, good job. Why don't you pause the video and get a drink of water? We have a few more to do. Energy balance is important to a healthy body. You just experienced what it means to change from Go and slow foods to Whoa foods. Most of the Whoa meals we did have nearly twice as many, if not more, calories than the Go and slow meals. To eat more Whoa foods means doing more activity to burn those extra calories to maintain energy balance. What can you do to help your body stay in balance? Pause the video and share your ideas with someone close by. Did you say these or something like these? Eat the right amount of food my body needs to burn. Eat Go and slow foods most of the time. Do more activity. Eat fewer Whoa foods. Those are all excellent ideas. So today we've learned all about energy balance. And energy balance is all about keeping your food and your activity even. So when you eat, make sure you're eating half a plate of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and low-fat dairy. Do the activities you need to burn off those calories, and you'll be in balance.
Thank you for joining
All right, that was an awesome
Joining
video
us today.
from Miss Wanda. Now we're going to take a quick look at one of our 10 tips. This one is all about being a fit kid. So it's 10 tips for being active every day. And we know that we are supposed to be active for 60 minutes a day. Okay, so there's some great tips on here. I'm just going to read through a few of them. Number 1, tie up your laces and go for a walk. If you have a dog, if you have a sister, brother, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, ask somebody to go for a walk with you. It's fun and it allows you to get some fresh air. Have a dance party, turn up the music, take a bike ride. Who doesn't love riding their bike? If you're able to, join a sports team, soccer, basketball. They're a great way to make friends and get active, burn off those calories, stay in balance, right? Just go out and play. Maybe plant a garden, try a new activity like skating or skateboarding. So these are some great tips here. If you're interested, we can always send you some more. There's lots of different tips from choosemyplate.com. All right, now we have a challenge for you guys. So what we'd like you to try to do over the next week or so is look at the label of a food that you like to eat and figure out if it's a go, slow, or whoa food. Compare the calories, fat, sugar, and salt. Okay, and then we want you to try 3 new go foods and try 3 new go activities to help your bodies stay in balance. So teachers, we would love to hear from you. If your students actually took the challenge, let us know how it went. We'd appreciate it. Okay, if you'd like to learn more about our program, this is our state website right here, snapedny.org. This is our local CCE website, our local Facebook. We have lots of stuff that we post on there daily. The choosemyplate.gov website if you want to look for some more of those 10 tips or other great resources. And last but not least, our YouTube page that is chock full of other educational videos and fun stuff about nutrition. All right, you guys, thanks again. We appreciate it. I hope that you learned something today, and I hope that you try something new in the next week.
Thank you for joining us today. We know the healthy choice isn't always the easiest choice, but small changes can make a big difference. Start today by getting involved with SNAP Ed New York. This program is free for those who qualify or receive SNAP benefits. We want to help you save time, save money, and eat healthy. Learn how SNAP Ed can make a difference in your life. For more information and to find your local program, visit snapedny.org. This material is funded by USDA's Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. SNAP. This institution is an equal opportunity provider.
All right, you guys, thank you so much again, and I hope that you'll be joining us again shortly.